Hi viewers, welcome to another edition of Marie Clinic Live. How are you today? I remain your host, Marlai Hanover. Thank you to each and every one of us for joining me today on this edition of Marie Clinic Live. I would like to say thank you to all our followers, to all our viewers and YouTube channel and our Facebook group page. Thank you to all our followers. I'm so grateful. I'm so sorry last week I couldn't do any video. I think a lot happened that last week. My daughter took my phone, the major phone that I use, for my social media thing. I don't know what she was looking for, and somehow the phone dropped on our hands, and before we knew it the screen broke. So I couldn't really do much throughout last week. Even up till now, I'm yet to go to get back the phone from where I took it to for repairs, or for them to help me replace the screen. So I'm yet to go back there. So somehow I'm just using my other phone today to do this. So you will really pardon me, because there's not going to be anything editing or anything like that on this one. So I'm just going to speak, and talk about today's topic. And, I pray and I hope that we'll learn something from this. So today I would like to talk about something I have titled, paying attention to the development of each other. Paying attention to the development of each other. Now, people believe that, when you go into marriage, you should pause your life, or you should suspend everything you've been dreaming about, or everything you've ever loved to do, or you have dreamt of in your life. You should pause and suspend everything for marriage. That is the mindset, or that is the training that has been impacted into so many people in the past. They let you know that, oh, once you get married, you need to put, just suspend everything. As a matter of fact, people used to say, oh, with all your education, don't worry, once you get married, you're going to end up in the kitchen, you're going to end up in the bedroom and things like that. But that is not always true. And that is not God's plan for us, for any man or any woman. God does not intend that we should suspend our lives. We should suspend our goals, our life purposes, our life ambition, our dreams and aspiration. We should put a pause, on our talent and our giftings, just because we have gone into marriage. As a matter of fact, marriage is just one aspect of life. I tell people that marriage is just one aspect of life. It's not the entirety. It's not the entirety of life. It's not your entire life. So once you make it your entire life, if anything happens to the marriage or goes wrong with the marriage, I tell you, the whole of your life will be affected. But when you strike a balance, when the other part or the other aspect of your life is working, you will realize that it has a way of rubbing off positively on even the outcome or the success you are going to record in your marriage. For example, um if your career life, or even your financial life, or even your health, is not intact, there is no way your marriage will be balanced. Why? Because you need those things. You need, the resources, you need your health, you need, so many things for you to be able to do marriage. And that is why it is good that, we make our marriages our priority. But at the same time, you need to also understand that marriage is not the entirety of your life. It's not everything about your life. It's only an aspect of life. As a matter of fact, when our parents gave birth to us, they did not give birth to us married. We were not married when we were giving birth to as a baby. Many of us, from babyhood till maybe in our 20s or 30s, we never had sex. Why? Because, God designed it that way, that there will be a stage, you'll be a baby, you will grow, you won't even know anything about sex or emotions or things like that until you have grown a bit. So people should not make it look like, oh, marriage is everything about life, oh, chemistry is everything about you. No, 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 there is so much to us. there's so much to us as human beings other than marriage. Marriage is very important. Marriage is a beautiful thing. As a matter of fact, marriage is God's initiative, but he put it there for a purpose. And when the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is definitely inevitable. And there is time for everything, and it makes all things beautiful in its own time. There is time to do marriage, but before then, but before you go into the marriage, how are you equipping yourself? How are you preparing yourself? What skills have you acquired? What things do you have that has helped with your development as a person, that has helped to refine you as a person? But today, I would like us to look at paying attention to each other's development in marriage, because now I'm talking to married couples. During the week, someone approached me and said, "Oh, that my wife wants me to open a shop for her, so that she can start doing business, because for now she's at home, she's just sitting at home raising the kids, she's not doing anything, and my own job is not paying all the bills. So she's suggesting that I open a shop for her, so that she can be doing business." And he said, "I don't want to open a shop for her." And I said, "Why?" He said, "Because um I believe that if I open a shop for her, I'm indirectly or invariably opening a business for the whole of her family." And I said, "How?" He said, "Because the money she's going to be making from the business, she will be using it to take care of her family members, and that as a result is not interested in anything that has to do with the development of his wife. He's not interested in whether establishing the wife in business or in any skill or in any trade. Why? Because he believes that whatever money she's making there, she will use it to go and fend for her family. However, what is bad, you know with fending for her family with that money? There's really nothing bad in it, although we would expect that part of the funds she should prioritize and use it, for her own immediate family, where she belongs to now, before she extends it, to our other family members. But the guy believes that, oh, she's going to be giving everything to our family, she's going to be using it to fund our own family, because she's the firstborn, blah blah blah, and things like that. And he believes that that's the best thing for him to do. But he is suffering because he refused to establish the why, because he even said his own paycheck, his own income is not enough to foot the bills. Meanwhile, if you agree to establish your wife in trade, there is no way something will not be coming in from that angle as well, from our own side. And if you think that she's going to be using everything to fund her family, then maybe you want to also help to control the resources there, or to manage the business such that she will be able to channel some into the home front where she currently belongs. So you should have just devised a strategy to see that she's not using up all the money on the family where she came out from, that she's also challenging some to the development of our immediate home, to the advancement and the comfort of the immediate home where she belongs to. So that takes me to that topic, that both of you should pay attention to your development. Each of you should pay attention to the development of the other. How do I mean? Now, you as a husband, you married a wife. Let's assume you married her maybe like as a secondary school holder, and you do not deem it fit to see that she develops herself beyond being a secondary school holder. Everything is not academic education. It's not everybody that wants to go to school or go to university, do a master's or a PhD. It's good if you can do it. It's very good if you can do it. It will add to you, it will expose you, it will help to refine your mind. But if that is not your path, why not learn a trade? Why not encourage her to learn a trade or a skill? Why not pay for her courses to go, do a trade, to learn a trade, to learn a skill? Why not help her to sharpen her skills, to sharpen her gifting and her talent? Try to push her into the path that she would have ordinarily wanted to go or to build herself in, make sure she's evolving under your roof. Make sure she's getting bigger every day, like my son will say, because my son likes this song by Moses Bliss that says we're getting bigger every day, bigger every day, and he will be doing this bigger every day. Now the truth is that is God's will or plan for us, that we are getting bigger every day, not just in bodily stature, but that in every aspect of our life, that we are making progress, we are advancing, we are supposed to be in motion. Why? Because the way God designs human beings, He designs us to be moving. We are not designed to be static. We are not a river, that will not move. We are not like a still water that doesn't move. God designs us to be on the move, to be on the move. And that is why you must get, bigger. Your dreams must not remain small. Your ambition must not remain small. Everything you are doing, you must blow it up. You must follow the process to grow it, to make it bigger and bigger. So that wife you married as a school star told her, how are you helping her to evolve, to get bigger in her aspiration, to get bigger even in her dreams, to become who she would ordinarily like to be? And not that, oh, because she has married you, she has thrown away everything that has to do with dreaming. She has thrown away everything that has to do with deploying her talent, using her giftings, even to learn trade. She has thrown it away. Why? Because some of the men have succeeded in brainwashing their women that, what, making money is only for men, so you don't bother making money, just sit down there. Oh, pursuing life dreams, pursuing life aspiration, having dreaming is only for men. So you as a woman, don't just bother to dream, don't bother to pursue your aspiration. Your own aspiration should be just taking care of the kids alone, which is not true. We will take care of the kids, but there is a lot to us more than motherhood. There's a lot to us more than womanhood. There's a lot that God has embedded in women, in us women, that, if you really dig deep into yourself, you would realize that God has not created you for only one thing. And I'll prove that to you. You, as a woman, as a woman, you are a wife to a man. You are, a mother to your kids. You are also a sister to your siblings. You are also a daughter to your parents. Already, you are four things to four different people. And that tells you that God also created you to be a blessing to humanity. As a woman, He has not only created you to be a wife, mother, sister, daughter, to your parents, wife to your husband, mother to your parents, sister to your siblings alone. He has also created you to be a blessing to your generation, to be a blessing to humanity. So how is your life blessing humanity? Part of blessing humanity is for you to use your skills, your talent, your giftings, whatever it is that God has deposited in you. You should use it, to add color to our world. You should use it to solve problems for humanity. You should use it to advance the cause of life. And that is the